Hey, I'm Taurasi from the Phoenix Mercury, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion Radio.
We will go ahead and start here with Jeff Metcalf of the Arizona Republic, followed by Doug Feinberg.
Hi, congratulations. I want to hear about the shot and, your history with those kind of shots, but also it takes a lot to make that happen when you're down 10 with 3:30 to go. I mean, a lot of things have to go right and a lot of people have to contribute. So it's not just the last shot. It's a combination of a lot of things to even get to the last shot.
Yeah, so my history with those shots, there is no history. That is the first thing we have, the first one that actually went in. And so you're right, it's not about what happened with that last shot. We were able to get one off and, it went down. That's great. But like you said, we were down 10 really late in that game. And I think one of the things that we kept talking about was we're still in the game. We're still in the game as long as we get stops and we go down the other end and we get scores, we get to the free throw line, and we slow the clock down a little bit. And I think everybody contributed in a number of different ways, whether that was getting on the glass, whether that was their defense. There was a possession where they tried to isolate Diamond Shields on Megan and she held her own, and that was fantastic. Breezy on the glass, BG with her ability to alter shots from anywhere on the floor and switches. That was all really important to get us back into the game. And everything that could have gone wrong for us, getting a foul before the ball was inbounded, giving them an extra possession, giving them more time, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And we weathered the storm. We stayed composed, and that is a testament to our leaders and Sky and BG, who did a great job for us out there, keeping us calm, and then just finished off plays and made some really big plays on the stretch.
All right, next up we have Doug Feinberg with the AP, followed by Alex Simon.
Hey, Kia, I'm curious. I mean, have you never hit a game winner at any level like that? I know you're saying about hit the half-court shots in the shoot-around. At any level you ever done that before?
Not like that. I hit one in Australia about a year ago that was to win the game. It was a game-winning shot, but we had another 2 possessions after that. So none that were just dead on the buzzer. And I'm dead honest when I tell you I never make it in shoot-around. I always think today is the day, and it just doesn't go in. But it was close today. It rimmed out, so maybe that was the reason.
Well, listen, that's a more important hit to actually win a game than a shoot-around, I would think. The other thing in the post-game on ESPN was that Sky was so big to keep you guys sort of together in that last few minutes when you're down 10. Just talk about the mentality. It was sort of one stop at a time. We can do this type thing.
Yeah, every time that we got into any type of situation, and like I said, things went wrong for us quite a few times, we just kept saying, look, this is a 2-possession game. This is a 1-possession game. We knock down the shot, we keep it at a 1-possession game. They knock down a free throw, we go out there and we play some defense. And so we actually had a couple different game plans that we were going to use when we ended up giving them the ball back. They got that inbounds play and they got 2 opportunities at it. We were going to use a different game plan, but DeShields took that early shot. So we kind of just went with the way that the game flowed. And then just got to the free throw line towards the end. We got ourselves in the bonus situation and we made plays for one another. Obviously their pressure that they showed throughout the game was something that we had to deal with, and we forced a lot of unnecessary turnovers, a lot on my part as well. So that's something we need to get better at for next game. But being able to come down the stretch and give ourselves an opportunity to win the game, that was the goal. And we kept saying, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And when you have that composure and that belief, it gives you even more of a chance.
All right, next up, we have Alex Simon with the Next, followed by Adam Miller.
Kia, Sandy did say that the plan was for you guys to call a timeout as soon as you got a basketball. And so I'm just curious, even in the moments leading up to the shot, when you get the basketball, is there a thought at that point about that? Or were you just kind of zoning into doing something?
Well, what had happened was I got the ball and then I looked at the clock and it was running. So in my mind, I didn't think to just call a timeout right away. I'm not sure why. I think it's just things were going on. And I saw it at 4 and I thought I can get to the rim in 4 seconds. I've done it before. I know I can do it. So I tried to get down there. Sloop kind of stepped in a little bit. I don't know why I went to the Euro step, but once I got my feet under me, there's a couple shots today. The one early in transition, the really deep one at one point from the 3-point line that I shot. I felt confident in them. So I don't know why I shot it. Don't know why I didn't call a timeout, but it worked out.
And especially, you guys commit 19 turnovers, give up a ton of points off of those. You're having an otherwise kind of not the night that you would want to have, but to kind of be able to come back, especially after struggling to finish games the last 2 times out, to have the inverse of that, where you're the team making the comeback and then to finish it off. I assume that's a very important flip for the mentality of the locker room right now?
Yeah, I think anytime you get the opportunity to step on the court, and whether you're in a close situation game like we were today and like we were against Vegas as well, anytime you can find a way to close out a game, that's great. And that's huge for us. Obviously, without Diana Taurasi, she is one different type of closer who can close out pretty much any game for anyone. So without her, we had to find a way to do it. And so I think that's great for the mentality and being able to come back and fight back from adversity. But to be honest with you, there was times in that game where their pressure, like you said, caused us a ton of problems, and we got a little bit frustrated and we started to move the ball a little bit too quickly. We didn't make the right read, the right plays, and we found our composure. We found it when we needed to, and that's something that we know we have now in our pocket moving forward. Obviously, we don't want to be in that situation, but if we are, then hey, we can calm ourselves down, we can get good shots, we can get stops on defense.
We have time for two final questions here. Next up, we have Adam Miller, followed by Takeshi Shibata.
Congrats on the game-winning shot. Can you talk about your confidence going throughout the season and playing within the system, how it's grown?
Yeah, so obviously being the new kid on the block around here, I've had to learn a little bit of the system and the movements and tendencies of my teammates, and knowing where to be when they come off ball screens, when they're going into the post and whatnot and starting their moves. So the chemistry has been something that we've continued to build. It's one thing when you're building it in training camp and you start to have that ability to play in practice. It's another thing when you're in a game. And so I think we've continued to get better every single day. My confidence has grown in my game as the games have gone on. I had to cut myself a little bit of a break, just saying like, these games are happening and they're not where I wanted to be. I wasn't playing well in the first couple of games, in my opinion. And so I wanted to let it all go, have a short-term memory, come back and play the games that I know how to play. And a lot of that has been getting my feet under me and just being able to knock down the shot when I see some time and space. So my teammates have been incredible with giving me confidence, reminding me to keep shooting it, reminding me to get downhill and make plays. And so the confidence is growing, and I think it's a good place to be right now.
All right, our final question comes from Takeshi Shibata.
I think you're muted. There you go.
Hello, Kia. Thank you for your time, and congratulations on a one great shot, winning shot. I just want to ask you about that shot. I don't want to sound too weird, but I'd like to know the technical side of that shot, because I think you made a little Euro step before taking the shot, and it was just a normal one-hand shooting. That was a beautiful mechanic, and it was a long distance. So it's really an incredible shot for a person like me living in Japan. So what makes you, able to take a shot and make it from that kind of distance?
Honestly, it's a lot of luck. Some of it is confidence. I think Sloot kind of stepped up to me, and I didn't think I was going to have the ability to get to the rim. So I took that one step, and then I Euro'd her to have enough space and have no one in front of me to kind of block my view. And then at that point, I usually shoot my half-court shot standing straight still, like I'm at the free throw line and throwing it at the rim. This one I was running at a little bit more momentum, so it was more aim the ball, hold your follow through, and hope for the best.
All right, thanks for the time, Kia.
Nice.